South Asia is in a state of unprecedented political flux. Has been a change of governments in Nepal, Maldives, and Sri Lanka, which seemingly were not necessarily very favorably disposed towards New Delhi. And that is when Bangladesh saw an abrupt regime change when on August 5th, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina fled to India after being ousted in a student-led unrest. Hasina's ratings were on the rapid slide in the country due to her autocratic mode of functioning, a no-holds-barred clampdown on the political opposition, and rampant corruption. The lack of democracy and lack of competitive politics had ensured the powerful comeback of rightist Islamist elements who had participated actively in the anti-Hasina unrest. An interim government led by reputed economist and the guru of microfinancing development model, Mohammad Yunus, took charge as the chief advisor. His biggest challenge lay in restoring law and order and holding elections for the next regime to take charge, even as apprehension grew in New Delhi over Yunus's public stance on India. While the roadmap in Dhaka is yet to be clear and precise, optics like doing away with the symbols of the Mujibur Rahman ethos and the sudden overtures being made to Pakistan did raise the hackles in New Delhi. It is in this backdrop that Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri made a visit to Dhaka on December 9th. Misri called on Mohammad Yunus, Foreign Affairs Advisor Tauhid Hussain, Foreign Secretary of Bangladesh Jashim Uddin, among others. The visit was motivated by several facts. The first one is the truism that one can change friends but not neighbors. The second one was to undo whatever damage that the India-Bangladesh relations had suffered after Hasina's exit. The third one was to try and put together back on the rails the cooperation between the two South Asian countries in domains like trade, connectivity, border management, water resources, energy sectors, and the overall framework of development and regional integration. While there is no doubt that the domestic political developments in Bangladesh were a big setback for India, there is no gainsaying the fact that India had committed the primal blunder of putting all eggs into one basket by betting everything and anything on Hasina and her party, the Awami League. While the rumblings against her style of functioning in particular and her government in general were too big to be ignored, there was no effort to cultivate anyone from the opposition ranks, especially in the Khaleda Zia-led Bangladesh Nationalist Party or the BNP. A central tenet of diplomacy is to talk to anyone and everyone who matters. The unrest and the unease on the ground was also ignored by the mandarins at South Block. India's concern over the treatment of minorities, chiefly the Hindus, Christians, Buddhists, and the Ahmadiyas in Bangladesh, received another fillip with the internment of a Hindu monk in Bangladesh and others. With rising protests in India, the mutual surly relations took a turn for the worse with the storming of the Bangladeshi consulate office in Tripura's Agartala on December the 2nd. Of course, Hasina's reported stay in India could lead to another diplomatic impasse, although Dhaka has not sought her extradition as yet. It is very good, therefore, that the Indian Foreign Secretary's visit served to ebb the tide and tried to apply much-needed balm to the already frosty relations. If not anything, it provided for a frank, candid, and constructive exchange of views. India needs Bangladesh. A closer tie with Bangladesh should also be to ensure that China's footprints doesn't grow. Insurgent groups from Northeast India should not find a heaven in Bangladesh like in the past. Importantly, Bangladesh is strategically important for India for its Act East policy and the BIMSTEC multilateral grouping. That is what perhaps may have prompted Foreign Secretary Misri, and I quote, "I have underlined India's desire to work closely with the interim government of Bangladesh. But most importantly, a crucial element in India-Bangladesh ties is the people-centric and the people-oriented relationship that has the benefit of all the people as its central motivational force. India would do well to focus on this plank more than anything else.